Hi all, Mike from Stone Age Bushcraft here, out in the forest again with Storm the dog. Tonight it's going to be a cold one, definitely coming up here for a fire this time. The wind is going to be strong, wind chill is going to be bad, on top of the already minus temperatures, and plus I'm half in a valley as well, a little bit colder. I'm just going to check up on my stuff really, see if anyone's touched it. It's always handy to know whether people go to that area, and try not to leave too much expensive gear, to be honest. So, you know, it's there. Someone finds it, they find it. You can't do nothing after it's already gone. So, let me just pull her in. Come here, Storm. Come here. Good girl. Wait. Just take her off. They're attached onto the carabiner on my rucksack via a little paracord lead I made. It's a 2 metre, very handy lead. So, weather forecast said no rain. Looking at the sky, looks like we're going to get rain. It's not the best news, but let's see how it goes. Down here, Storm. This way. Good girl. So I'm hopefully taking the same path as before to get there quicker than I have done before. Depending on which way you come in the forest, it can take a few hours to get there. Now I've got to deal with a fallen tree, so let's just hoik her up. That's what this grab handle's good for. Good girl. She's done most of that then. She's not used to doing it, so got to give her that little helping hand. So I've got a few head torches to look at. Also, I'm going to have a look at my everyday carry utility knife, which is made by Svord, which is the Mini Peasant. Fantastic knife. I use it every day without fail. No matter what I'm doing, where I am, I've always got a use for it, so you get to look at that later. Right, we'll get down off this horrible muddy path and I'll catch you back then. So this is Storm. For any of you that don't know, she's 15 months old. She's carrying a Roughwear Pallades pack. Packed with her bedding, spare lead, her bowls. She ain't got no water this time, I thought I'd carry it. A few little rawhide chews, and that's about it. It weighs quite a fair bit. She's got a cut up wool blanket, so that does weigh a little bit. But she's doing well. She doesn't mind the weight. She's carried a lot more before for a longer distance. So we're nearing the top of a hill, about to hit some wind. I have got a wind muffler on the front of my camera. It does do quite a good job actually, but I will apologise if it gets worse. I just bumped into a nice lady with 2 huskies, and it's always nice for other huskies to play the way huskies do. which seems very vicious to other people, but it's only playing to them. And luckily, 5-year-old husky female willing to play with Storm, which is really nice. So it's always nice to do. Stop, have a chat, let the dogs play, and gives her another boost of energy as such, and run around and we go. So the clouds are blowing over and the sun's about to beam on me. I like it in the shade. I don't sweat as much. Although walking up this hill with this pack doesn't help. Although it is the best pack I've ever had. Weight wise, it's under 1 kilo. Capacity wise, unbelievable. I've got easy 2 days worth of gear. I've got food for Storm. I've got 2 litres of water. All the equipment that I need for the woods, bushcrafting, my wall top, and there's still room. So fantastic bag. And now it comes to a very, very muddy slope. So Friston has turned into a bit of a quagmire, and not that Storm cares. It's a nightmare for adults to get up here. If you're a little bit heavier, slide all over the place. She's just breezing up there. So let's get to the top. So finally at camp. It's very windy. I've got my tarp set up, and let me just show you that. I'm using the 4x4 metre DD, just because I want to be able to close the doors. The wind's coming up. That's the only 2 trees I've got to put my tarp up so it fits. And here, so on the fire pit then, I've just got this cheap spare tarp, come with one of the hammocks. Fire going, I haven't really done much, I just wanted to get the water on the boil. I've just brought Storm's bed over, my water, food, and she is over there. And sniffing a dig. And I'm hungry, so I'm going to get some food. Well, very, very smoky fire. Wind is all over the place. It's an absolute nuisance. So I at least got some water boiled. I'll have to get out of here in a minute. Got my brew, got my food hydrating, so I'm happy with that. And fire hopefully will go. I might have to even raise the back of this tarp up. I might do that now. So that's that sorted. Just allow a bit more wind from behind to come up, and even if it does burn through more wood, it's better than being smoked out and not enjoying being in front of the fire. It's getting dark now, sun's literally just going down, it's on the horizon now. The wind, you can hear the tarp flapping in the wind, that's really annoying as well. Might get some duct tape to stop that. Either that or put a branch along it and just duct tape it to it. see how it goes. Hopefully my tarp where I'm sleeping will be kind of windproof. We'll see how that goes. I might have to put my rucksack cover just to plug the gap, but we'll see. So I don't want the wind coming through the bottom because it's going to get storm. And I particularly like the cold wind myself, so I wouldn't want it on her either. So tools then, what I brought out: Laplander in my Ben Orford belt sheath. I've got my chili knife and my fire steel on a lanyard. And in my cargo pocket I've got the Svord Mini Peasant. Fantastic little knife. It's covered in sticky tape residue from you cutting boxes open, but it's still really sharp. Neon green, so can't lose it. And I've just got this glow in the dark green cord with a bead and a little paracord stopper. I've got a little sheath for it, which I think is in my pocket. Just made the same one as I did for my normal peasant knife. It's just got one little belt loop on it, or it can be worn around the neck. I love it as a small everyday knife. It's below 3 inches, so it's legal carry in the UK, again within reason. Also brought my Gransfors Wildlife hatchet, my favourite axe, especially for small camp chores and long distance backpacking into the woods. You want to keep the weight down unless you're staying longer than a night and there's a lot of wood to process. I've got one saw here, so that saw and this hatchet normally does me, along with my Laplander if I need it. I only brought my Zebra Billy 12cm, my cup, food and brew. Didn't bring no cookers this time. Just totally reliant on me making a fire, which really easy in these woods. Another thing I do carry, just find it now, is this stick of mail wood. Just keep it in my side pocket and just do some shavings off it, and that will help get the fire going. I also put, I've got it on a fire steel that I made, so I can shave the back off the handle, and I've got another little, the other half of it, in my possibles pouch as well. So more than enough for fire starting. You can see the smoke's coming back in again. Never nice on your eyes.
Morning people. So me and Storm spent most of the night, or most of the evening, in front of the fire, warming up, dealing with smoke till about 9:30. Then I come under the tarp, got my sleeping bags out, let them air because they're both down, loft up, give them a shake. I'm actually using the Exped Dreamwalker as a pea pod system and my down bag inside. It's worked out not too bad. It's -9 this morning and my feet have got cold. My nose and my fingertips are cold just from operating the camera, touching the tripod, touching the torch, etc. I'm going to get up in a minute and light the fire Storm's been quite good all night. She's woke up a few times, mostly because of the owls, the pheasants, and screaming foxes actually running past the tarp. So she did quite well not to run out there, chase them. Also heard the owls hovering above the tarp because I was calling back to them. That was quite funny. So the wind is very cold, and although I've closed off one end, it's coming in the other end now. So I'm getting this cold breeze, which is what's chilling me. So I need to get up, light this fire, get some water on, get warm again. Otherwise I can just take my Dreamwalker sleeping bag off the hammock and put that on, as it can be worn as a parka. So if it gets to it, I will be doing that. Storm's decided to go on a little wander. That's where all the foxes and badgers are. She's only about 100 metres away. She never goes that far. So I have got my fire going. And it was fairly easy. But really needed. So just put loads and loads of thin twigs. And it does take a lot to get the ember base back up with beech, but it's going.